And at this time, the recording has started. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Again, welcome to the 2024-2025 Georgia Pre-K Lottery for Shakerag Elementary. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the people that are in the room. I am Christine Limron, the proud principal of Shakerag, and joining me today, I have...
Good morning, Samantha Weaver, assistant principal. Good morning, Courtney Gatlin Cleary, data clerk.
And between the three of us, we are going to make sure that we get everything crossed off the list for the lottery, as we know that this is a very, very important time. It's an exciting time, but it's also a difficult time as well, because we only have 20 slots this year. So the Georgia Pre-K program, and it's a good thing and a bad thing all at the same time, the class size has been reduced to 20 students. So we do lose 2 spots. And today when we do our drawing, we are actually going to be drawing for 18 spots, as 2 spots are held for our staff. So in the in-system lottery, which is where we are going to start, we currently have 48 applicants for our lottery today. And so we will start by drawing the numbers. Once we get from 1 to 18, the first 18 slots filled, those will be the individuals that are awarded a spot in our class for next year. And then we will continue drawing for the order that the individuals will be placed on our in-school zone lottery wait list. And so we are going to start with that. Once we finish the in-school zone lottery, we're then going to shift to our out-of-zone wait list. And so those students will then go in the order that we pull their numbers for the out-of-zone wait list. There are 2 sets of multiples or twins in the out-of-zone lottery. And when we have multiples, how that works is that that family gets 2 numbers. So for example, in the out of zone, we have 2 number 55s and 2 number 58s. If one of those numbers are drawn, both children earn a spot back to back. And then if we get to a situation, which we won't because we don't have multiples in our end zone lottery for our current class, but if we got to a situation where that was the case, then that last spot, if it was a multiple, we would work with the parents on that slot, because then the class would be full. But we do not have any multiples for our in zone lottery today, only for our out of zone wait list. And we will walk through that process as those numbers are drawn. And so we are going to go ahead and get started. And so for our in zone, we have numbers 1 through 48. And I know it's going to be really hard to see, but there's all of the numbers on the table laid out. And so we have numbers 1 through 48. We are going to now fold those and place them in the fishbowl so that we can start drawing the numbers. Okay, so we have all of our numbers. They are now in the fishbowl, and Miss Weaver is going to draw the numbers for us. So we're going to mix them up really, really good. And so right now we are going to start again with our in-school zone students. The first 2 spots are reserved for staff members, and our first spot of 18 that we are going to draw goes to number 30. So the first spot is number 30. The second one goes to number 14. The next spot goes to number 15. The next one is number 32. The next one is 23. Followed by number 11. Then we have number 39. Our next spot is number 24. Followed by number 22. And then number 21. Our next spot goes to number 46. The next spot goes to number 37. Followed by number 27. Number 5. Next number goes to 36. Followed by number 8. We've got 2 spots remaining. The next number is 3. And our final spot for our in-school zone class goes to number 40. So the numbers that were drawn for our in-school zone lottery for our 2024-2025 pre-K class goes to number 30, 14, 15, 32, 23, 11, 39, 24, 22, 21, 46, 37, 27, 5, 36, 8, 3, and number 40. So those are the spots for the actual 2024-2025 class. We are now going to keep drawing, and our next set of numbers, we're going to keep going. This will determine the order that the students will be placed on the wait list. And so if we have those 2 additional staff spots that open up, or if any of our members or our candidates who were drawn decide not to enroll in our program, then we will go down the list throughout the year based on the order that numbers are drawn for the wait list. So our first number for our wait list members goes to 45, 43, 31, 7, 44, 20, 47, 17, 29, 16, 6, 18, 35, 19, 12, 28, 33, 4, 26, 9, 2, 25, 41, 13, 42, 1, 38, 48, 10, and the last number is 34. So the order of our wait list for our end zone members is 45, 43, 31, 7, 44, 20, 47, 17, 29, 16, 6, 18, 35, 19, 12, 28, 33, 4, 26, 9, 2, 25, 41, 13, 42, 1, 38, 48, 10, and 34. So that concludes our end zone lottery. And so at this time, we are now going to move to our out of zone lottery. And our out of zone lottery, again, will be used. We will refer back to that list once we have exhausted all of our in-school zone waitlist candidates. And so those numbers are listed. We have number 48 to 65. There was a 48 for the end zone lottery, but there is a 48 for the out of zone lottery as well. Those are two separate lists and two separate numbers. So those numbers do go to two separate individuals. And so here are the numbers for the out of zone lottery. I know it is really hard to see, but we have numbers 48 through 65. 60 is missing because there was a relocation, and so they were moved to the end zone lottery list per the pre-K department. So that is why 60 is not there. And then 48 is twice because that individual that was moved to the end zone lottery got added to the end of our end zone numbers, and that's where the duplicate of 48 is coming from. And so, but they are connected to two different individuals. And then as I mentioned, this one does have two sets of multiples. So each twin receives the same number, but there's two numbers for each child, and they will get the back-to-back spots when their numbers are drawn. So we're now going to fold these numbers up and place them in our fishbowl. And we will now start our out of zone wait list lottery. And the first number goes to 56. Followed by 58, and 58 is a multiple, so they will get the next two slots. And ironically, 58 was drawn again back to back. So there we go. Both slots right in a row. The next one is 63. Followed by 57. Then 59. 55, which is another set of twins, and so they will get the next two spots. And how ironic is that? 55 was drawn again, so there you go, back to back. And then 54, 52, 61, 50, 64, 62, 48, 49, 65, 53, and 51. So the order of our out of school zone lottery wait list goes to 56, 58, 58, 63, 57, 59, 55, 55, 54, 52, 61, 50, 64, 62, 48, 49, 65, 53, and 51. At this time, that does conclude our lottery for the pre-K program for the 2024-2025 school year at Shakerag Elementary. We appreciate you all joining us. This will get posted to our website as soon as we can get the recordings and the links uploaded. So if you go to the Shakerag website and look for the pre-K lottery registration information, it will be available as soon as we can get it posted and updated. If you received a spot in our class for next year, those spots will, Miss Courtney Gatlin Cleary will be reaching out to you to go over next steps and notify you of your placement. And then from there, if you have any additional questions, you can also reach out to her. She'll be happy to answer them. And all of her information, again, is available on our website. We appreciate you all joining us today. At this time, I am now going to stop the recording, and we look forward to meeting all of our new sharks soon. Thank you again for joining us. Have a great afternoon.